Namaste दोस्तों, hello. So welcome to day 3 of our Python crash course. So today we will discuss Python functions and modules. तो आज हम Python functions modules start करेंगे और आप hands on के थ्रू उसको समझाएंगे. तो let us understand Python functions and modules. So we'll go deeper into it. Just go through it with attention. Start. So functions is a block of code which works on calling them. So basically they works like a control system which processes input and to give output. So let us start. So when we talk about syntax, we simply use definition, my function name, and we can print something inside it. Suppose we want to print, we are inside function. So there's an compulsory indentation we need to give after this. So we can call this function any amount of times. So function is also used for reusability and readability. So when we call this object instance, what it will do? It will print this message. So let us see different applications. So suppose we have a add function here. So let us take suppose c is equal to a plus b. Print c. So how this is going to work? When we call, or we can directly add these in arguments. So functions takes parameters as arguments and processes the value. So 3 is the value it will print. So let us comment the PS function out. Now what we can do, this we can comment out. We can simply leave this as star. So this will take that as list. So argument 1 plus so we can give like this as well. So this will also work similarly to what we have given previously. So how this is going to work? 3, 4. So it should work as similar to the previous program. So it is 7. It is printing. Suppose if we give double star. So what this will do? This will here double star will accept dictionary as the argument. So we will discuss about dictionary later in the later videos. Value 1. So suppose when we call add function here, so this will take the arguments as keep here. So suppose value 1 will be and value 2 would be 4. This will also give the same results. 5. So these are the tricks. Now we can also use functions in one function set another function. Suppose we are using this. So let us calculate there. Yeah, so let us initiate C with 0 here, and let us call the function here. So this is a nested function. Let us see whether it works. So I think this is calling some other function. For now we forgot to print C here, so this should work. Yeah, now it is printing 7. So let us comment the previous function. Now we have done with the nested function. What we can do, we can now talk about lambda function. So it's a very important topic. So basically lambda function is an anonymous function. So when we don't have any function name, so it is a short function. So it is used for short or temporary implementation. So let us start with this. Suppose x is equal to lambda so we can process this like, so x becomes a function here. So it's so simple. So if we process x of 3, this will be 4. So yeah, here let us see one more implementation. Suppose we have two arguments. So we can even give two results as well. Here this is a cal function. We can call it as cal function. So suppose we print cal is equal to 5 comma 4. So this will print. Okay, so let us try with simple function. Yeah, this is printing correctly. So suppose we give like this. Okay, somewhere we are giving it incorrectly. So let us try. Yeah, this will work. So it basically we need to put brackets to use this kind of implementation of lambda function. Now there are three inbuilt functions which lambda function uses that are filter, map, and reduce. Let us start use of filter method. So how we are going to do it? So basically this works on list function. I mean list object. So we have a list x with 5 numbers. So let us assign variable y with result of filter of lambda a. So here what we are going to do, we are taking example of uh, finding even numbers. We can find even numbers here. So what is the condition? Modulus of 2 should be 0. And what filter function takes, the second argument will take as the list. And now we are going to print this using list method. This is a, so how fastly we could get the result. Quickly it gave 2 and 4. So we can do more examples later. For now, let us try. Yeah. Now let us see functioning of map. So what map is going to do? It will iterate over all the values of the, suppose x is same, so it will iterate over all the values of the list, and it will return a new list. So suppose we want to print the squares of each number in a new list. How we are going to do? So yeah, it will take, now print list of y. Yeah, so 1, 4, 9, 16. So it has multiplied each index of the list, I mean by its own number index, that is, so we are printing the square of the number at each index. So now talk about implementation of reduce function. So this we need to implement it from functools. So what it does, it iterates over whole list and gives a result based on our lambda function. So suppose x is equal to one list of 5 numbers, then y would be reduce function of lambda. So we can process something like this. We want some multiplication of whole list, then we can, or suppose we want addition of all list, then we can do something like this. So we'll get sum of all the indexes. So we can simply print this directly. So what we have got, we got a sum of this 7, 12, 28. So yeah, it is correct. Now we can print the multiplication of these one. So it's so easy. Now we can explore lambda function more, and there are a lot of applications. Now let us talk about scope. So we have like two kind of scope here, that is local scope and global scope. So suppose we have a variable declared outside the function a is equal to 4, and we have function here inside this. And we want to, yeah, and we declare one more variable inside this, that is a here, and we assign it to first 5. So this will be a, so this here, this will be called as global variable, since it is scope of the main function, and this will be a local variable. So this its scope will be limited to the function in which you are declaring it. So suppose you want to print it, so what is going to it is going to print? So we will use it 2 times. Now when we will call function operation here, and we'll print a as well. So let's see what is the result. Yeah, so a is equal to 5, and here this is a local variable, so this will print a is equal to 5, and global variable a will remain unaffected. So now suppose we want to make it global, so how we are going to do? So now here we need to say declare a as global. So this is a prefix will add. So now let's see the result. So now both are global variables. So now we are replacing the value of a here inside the function. It is a global variable here. So I hope we are able to understand this. So we have already understood global keyword here. Now let us understand modules. So what are modules? Yeah. So basically modules are like code library which we can declare and use it anywhere in the package and reuse it. So it is very important for reusability and readability basically. Yeah, so basically we can declare one module, module1 dot py python, that is the dot py is the default extension of. Suppose let us try this. We'll name this as module1. So let us create here one function name and we printed hello, how are you. So we want to reuse this function here. So what we'll do import module1 simply, and how we're going to do it now, we can directly call this as print module1 dot, directly we can call name function here. Yeah, so we can see we are able to call this implementation. We can also import it as a short form module1 as mx. So we can directly use here mx dot name. So this will also print the now one more implementation we can do is from module1 import name. So what we'll do, it will now this can be directly called. So we can directly call this hello, how are you. So we can call multiple functions here. Suppose we call def is equal to greetings, happy birthday. So we can call this as well. Let's check the syntax is correct. Yeah, now this will work. So what is the issue here? It is causing some issue. Yeah, we need to import this function as well because we haven't imported greetings, so it is giving an error. So what is giving? It's giving happy birthday. Now we understood the implementation of modules as well. Namaste dosto, hello friends. So today we have covered day 3 of our Python crash course, that is Python functions modules. I hope you have understood this. It's very important for code reusability and readability. So and it is used in all across the applications. So now tomorrow we'll be covering Python data structures. So basically there are 4 data structures defined in Python: list, set, tuple, and dictionary. So we'll talk about this more tomorrow. If you have any doubts, just put in comments, and please do subscribe to our channel AI Code Gyan. Do hit the like button and put the notification on so that you don't lose any content, and keep learning. So let us learn Python together. Bye bye.